Well, it's been a long time. Too long, in fact. And there's a reason for that besides laziness. I mean, it's kind of laziness also, but I've moved into my new house. Here we are. And I'm busy learning my new job, which I really, really love. So welcome. I hope you enjoy our new surroundings. And here we go. Yeah, it feels right, but it's not time for the intro yet. I hate this part of the Disney oeuvre. I am just not a fan of movies that have no storyline and simply are a carrier for animation. Animation should be the carrier for the story, not the other way around. But I digress. Let's just get it over with. I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll find a few gems. There we go, now it's time. I assure you also, I am coming into this with the most positive attitude I possibly can muster. I mean, just look at my shirt. I bought this for you. You should admire my dedication. So, this is the start of the Wartime Shorts era of Disney movies. Storyline. There is an expedition of artists who need to find new subjects to animate. So they head to Rio de Janeiro and Buenos Aires. I am way too white to say either of those cities' names. I apologize for my butchering. It's here where we meet Donald Duck, who discovers llamas. Llamas span an entire segment. Riveting. Next, there's a live-action documentary about planes. And then some animated planes. Pedro has a mom and dad and is supposed to fly a package to somewhere important. I don't really remember where because I don't care. I hope that's not culturally insensitive. It's not a boring culture, it's just a boring movie. Pedro flies, and I know exactly what he's going to do and encounter before he even does it. I care about this MacGuffin even less than the crystal skulls, so I would prefer he would just drop the dumb thing in the ocean. Next story. Goofy is a gaucho. We learn about his clothes, and we learn that a gaucho is the Mexican equivalent of a cowboy. I almost feel engaged, and then pointless gags happen. It almost feels like watching I Love Lucy, except when I Love Lucy did this kind of crap, it was actually kind of funny. I would rather the animators just teach us about this culture rather than add gags to every segment. It makes the cultural importance feel trivial. Next scene. City is busy. Art throughout the city in interesting ways. I like this city. It's interestingly made and the art is decent. Definitely creative. I love it when animation that is clearly one thing is turned into another. This is the kind of stuff that animation can do that I want to see more of. It's the magic of animation that I'm interested in. I'm tired of the gags. I wonder if this is going to be a theme in Disney animation that I'm just going to have to deal with over the next lots of movies. This storyline is horrendous. I mean, it's there, I suppose. It's not as well put together as Fantasia, and it's much simpler than Dumbo. So, Saludos Amigos received 6th place for storyline. Music is normal documentary music. In fact, I think the music that I chose for this movie is just as good, and I didn't even have to produce it. Thanks, Kevin MacLeod? MacLeod? Leod? How do you say your name? Anyway, thank you. This music does its job, and it's definitely stereotypical. Generally, it's supposed to be funny and lighthearted. And I hate that. Stop trying to make a funny documentary, Disney. It just seems racist. I'm not saying Disney is actually being racist in this. I think they actually had some very good intentions at the time. Basically, I think Disney animators just wanted some new subjects to animate. And they used the same techniques on the people of Latin America that they would use on any other subject. But seen through the lens of today's anti-colonialism, it's more than a little bit cringy. This is by far Disney's worst music. Animation. I mean, it looks like a Saturday morning cartoon from 1972. Not my favorite, but there are a few moments of redemption for it. The animation does seem to be this movie's saving grace, albeit in a very small way. I like the animation displayed here better than that of Dumbo. Personally, I like it better than Fantasia too, but objectively, it's not better than Fantasia. Animation for Saludos Amigos gets 5th place for this week. There is no character ranking because there are no characters, only broad stereotypes in this movie. Technology. Technology for filming both people and cartoons is used for this movie. It's pretty basic. The animation was somewhat experimental, but not really high technology. So, Saludos Amigos receives last place again. Did I get up on the wrong side of the bed today? Overall, well, that was a thing that just happened. It's boring. It's too funny to be reverent, and too reverent to be funny. So I'm not really sure what they were trying to do with this thing. Overall, it's the worst Disney movie I've seen, and I say that pretty unapologetically. It receives number 6 this week. It also helped to break the tie between Fantasia and Dumbo. Dumbo has turned out to be the weaker movie overall. Maybe there are some fans of this movie who hate me now, but I am not a fan. Let's hope the Wartime Shorts era gets a couple better features than this stinker. Hey everyone, thanks for watching my videos. Please press that like button down below. You can subscribe here, or I have a whole bunch of videos up above that you can choose from. Go ahead, get clicking.